Here we are, 16 and 17. If you read through them, they are the same question. Okay, so I will read the top question, and then you can refer to the picture on the bottom because realistically they're kind of asking the same thing. Okay, so let's teamwork these out. Here we go. 16 says refer to the partial circuit plan shown in 115.103. You are required to size the box that will contain a split wired receptacle. If the cables entering the box were all number 12 MC cables, what is the smallest 4-square metal box that could be used here? The box will have a 1/2-inch rise plaster ring installed that adds a volume of 2.2 inches cubed to the total volume. The MC cables will be connected to the box using external connectors. Okay, let's remember external connectors. Let's review the code real quick. Hey, we're built for time here. Let's review this. So, clamp fill. And specifically, the last section of clamp fill is what we're looking for. This says where one or more internal cable clamps, whether factory or field supplied, are present in the box. Okay, a single volume allowance, according to the table, shall be made based on the largest conductor present. No allowance, however, shall be made for a cable connector with its clamping mechanism outside the box. Okay, so since this says external, we don't need to worry about it. Cool. Oh, looks like I just started highlighting. Let's just finish it. Okay. Hint! Don't forget to count the wires for the device and the grounds that are in the MC cable. Cool. So they just reinforce the fact that there's a ground inside of their MC cable. Does always contain a ground. Okay, it's not AC cable. But let's do this. Here's what we got coming into this box. We got this sweet legend. I guess it helps. But we have number 12s coming into the box. Let's just write it out. We've got a 12-3, a 12-3, and a 12-2. So this will be number 12s. I've got 3, 3, and 2. Okay, right? I've got 3 conductors here. Black, white, red. Black, white, red. And black, white. Sweet. Got it. Nailed it. Now let's do device fill. Okay, we've got a split wired receptacle. We don't need to worry about too much about whatever because when we're talking about conductors, okay, the conductor fill is calculated based on the fact that if a conductor, no part of which leaves the box, shall not be counted. Okay, so those pigtails that are going off to the receptacle probably in this situation are not going to get counted. Okay, so if those conductors originate inside of the box, we're not going to count them. Other than that, we will just count them based off the table, and as long as their lengths aren't excessive, okay, if we're within that 6 to 12 inches of free conductor, we're just going to do our regular volume allowance unless we have a big loop. Don't assume there's a big loop inside of there unless the question specifically tells you it. Okay, so let's do our device fill here. Device is going to be a double volume allowance based on the largest wire connected to the device. So we have that one split wired receptacle in there, and it will be connected to a 12 because, well, that's all we have in the box. Okay, so we will just do 2 for that. Okay, pretty straightforward. Now, what you can't forget is the ground. See, I already put a dash in there and I almost forgot the ground. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 wires coming into the box. That means we should have 3 grounds, and we can double check our grounded statement down here at the bottom, and it says down here in 5 where up to 4 equipment grounding conductors are connected or inside of that box, a single volume allowance will be added. Okay, we didn't exceed 4, so we don't have to do the quarter thing again. So we will just add 1 in for that. Let's just put it right here in front since I forgot to add it. So I have 3 plus 3 is 6, 4 plus 4, or 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 11 total conductors, 11 12s I have inside of this box. I just need to get my size for a number 12 out of 314.16b1 right there. So for a number 12, I will go straight over and I will, oh God, I will have a volume allowance of 2.25. Okay, 2.25. So let's do this. 11 times 2.25 equals 24.75 cubic inches. Okay, now, conveniently enough, that's the answer to the next question. Because if you needed an infographic, it's right there. Now, what I might say to you is if you need to visualize this, some people visualize these a little bit better, draw it out. Draw it out a little bit. I think that helps. Okay, but let's finish what we got on this one. Now, we have all these different boxes, so we're going to want to go in and check these, and we can't forget that we do also have a plaster ring involved that's going to add 2.2 inches cubed. So you're just going to go in and check all these. Let's start with the 2 1/8, I guess. We'll start with the 4 square deep. Okay, this is 4 square, right? Okay, let's go check that out. 4 square by 2 1/8. We've got 30.3. And I'll do a little math on it. 30.3 plus 2.2. 2.2, there's a decimal in there, is 32.5 cubic inches. Okay, so that's going to be good. Let's see if the 1.5 works, I guess, right? 1.5 is 21, right out of my chart. So we do a little math on that. 21 plus 2.2 equals 23.2, and it is not going to cut the chase. So that 4 square deep, again, our go-to, the golden goat of modern electrical work, the 4 square deep at 2 1/8 got us there again. Great job. That's how we get it.